Hello my dears, welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today I've got another book talk video for you guys, and today kind of marks the end of the spooky October book trend that we've had going on here, with the exception of the Joey Graceffa book. Can you hear those little... It's my dog. Anyway, the book we're going to be talking about today is The Demonologist. It's written by Gerald Daniel Brittle, and it's about the extraordinary life and careers of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now, if you're not familiar with Ed and Lorraine Warren by name, you're probably familiar with some of the cases that they've worked, because many of these cases have been turned into movies. Now, they are a team. Lorraine is a clairvoyant, and Ed is a demonologist. He's, in fact, I think the only not ordained demonologist that's formally recognized by the Catholic Church, which is pretty intense to me. Anyway, they were the ones who researched the Amityville horror case, the case behind the movie Annabelle, most recently The Conjuring 1 and 2. Those are based upon their, they are the main characters in the film, and based on cases that they have worked. So Ed has now passed on. He passed on a few years ago, but Lorraine is still alive. And they're just such interesting people, and this book talks a lot. The beginning of the book talks about Ed and Lorraine as people, talks about how they met. It talks about how they grew up like 3 blocks away from each other, and then one day found each other, and how they believed that they were brought together in order to form this team and to do the work that they did. The big thing with Ed and Lorraine is they weren't trying to spook or scare anyone. Like, they weren't those kinds of people who would, you know, try to blow something out of proportion. Ed and Lorraine would go into a situation and they would try to prove why it wasn't a haunting or a demonic possession. And like they said, you know, being possessed by a demon is very rare. It doesn't happen a whole ton. So most generally, there's a logical explanation for any phenomena or anything like that that you might be experiencing. So first they would go in and they would try to figure out why it wasn't a haunting. And then if they couldn't do that, then they'd get to work. So yeah, this book was really good. They seem like such good-hearted people who just really, really wanted to do good. It talks about the 3 stages of when there's a demon involved in some sort of situation. Because they say, you know, for the most part, ghosts are people who have lived and then passed on, and then for whatever reason they just can't move on. But demons are something that have never walked the earth in a physical form. So they talk about the differences between those 2 things. Ghosts most generally are not malevolent and they are not harmful. They might be a little mischievous, but they're not going to do you any harm. However, the same cannot be said for demons, of course. They talk about the 3 stages of demonic infestation, the first being infestation, the second being oppression, and then the third being possession. And I think no matter what you believe, if you believe that, you know, it's all bullshit and none of it's real, or if you think that it is, or you're not sure and you think maybe, I think you'd find this book interesting, especially if you watched movies like the Amityville Horror or The Conjuring and you enjoyed them. This is a really good book. It delves into a bunch of the cases, talks about the differences, the different kind of phenomena that you can experience, and it just showcases these 2 people who dedicated their entire lives to this and who just, you know, it was important to them, and you can really feel that when you read this book. It's spooky. I won't lie. There was, you know, nights when I'd have to wake my sleeping husband up so he could go turn off the light, because I couldn't, because I would have to get out of bed and then back into bed in the darkness, and that just wasn't happening. So, but it's definitely an interesting read, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it. So there's one other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Speaking just briefly then of my husband, he has actually started his own YouTube channel. I just wanted to mention it in case any of you would be interested in the kind of content that he's going to be putting out. What he's kind of going to be doing is he's going to be doing TV recaps, like right now The Walking Dead, which, my god, you guys, if you saw Sunday, like... So every Monday he's going to be putting out a Walking Dead recap video. Once Game of Thrones starts up again, he'll be putting out recap videos for those. He's also going to be doing, I think, the new HBO show Westworld, which we have been watching and loving. So yeah, if any of those shows are interesting to you, I'm going to link his channel down below. He just put up his first video yesterday. I'm currently his only subscriber, so definitely go and show him some love if you watch any of those shows. I think he also plans to be talking about films and God only knows what else, but definitely TV recaps. So if you are interested or you just want to show support, definitely go and subscribe. I know he would be ecstatic to have more than just me. So yeah, that's it for today, you guys. I'm going to see you tomorrow with my top 10 favorite Halloween movies. Very excited about that. And then on Friday, I'm going to be announcing my 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner, and I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait to share that with you. So until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.